Okay, and we are back. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. It's me, it's M.D.Tenebris. I'm back again to bring you some more mediocre gaming. Below me on the screen, I have 3 links. There is a red and a pink link. Those are to my YouTube channels. If you want to go and check them out, feel free. You can like and subscribe to the videos. Click the bell. We'll let you know when I put up new videos. The purple link is to my Twitch. It's where I am now. I'm here on Saturdays at 2 and on Wednesdays at 6:30. That's p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to come and join the chat, talk to me live, hang out, you can do it there. There's also in the information box a link to a Discord channel. If you want to get me offline, talk to me about any of the games I play or anything in general, that's the place to do it. So today we are going over some ranked Polytopia gameplay. Want to look at this game? I'm playing Hoodrick. They're playing Cymanti. We're going to get into it. We're going to see how the gameplay went. This was an interesting one. All right. So, basic Hoodrick start, move off, create a warrior, moving the warrior out, expanding. I've moved the archer over to the side because I'm trying to get this lighthouse for my capital. This allows me to get hunting and level up the capital sooner. We get workshop. Cymanti should be a turn 0 tribe. Did not go for the turn 0 level up. They went for the turn 1 level up. So they created a warrior on their first turn. And then they went for the fungi there. Okay, so we're coming down here. They're expanding. They've got a ruin there. We keep expanding. We find a village. It's going to be a critical village for us, actually. They get level 3 on their capital. And they get the lighthouse for a free... They get the population from the ruin as well, so they actually get level fucking 4 right off of that. So they have a turn 4 Centipede. That is what we are up against as the Hoodrick. So we move our units around a little bit. We step forward a bit. Perfect. Okay, so back to the beginning of this turn. So we're now safely in second. We have expanded further. We found some villages. We're on them. The Centipede is moving out. So if you notice, the opponent does not know where I am yet, right? They step forward with their shaman, which is very interesting. I would expect you to send your Centipede towards where your opponent is. They only have organization and farming. They haven't gone hunting. They haven't gone riding. They are not on any villages yet. So they have missed all of their villages. They're starting villages as well. Okay, so now we get onto our village with our archer. We're going to claim this village. We now have 2 villages. And we find another village up there at the top stepping forward. So we actually have 3 villages in view right now, which is kind of good for us. Opponent only has 2 currently. They move on to those 2. They find writing, so they're going to start making some hexapods in a second. We move on to our village. We keep expanding westward here. We do see the Cymanti terrain is coming in here. We don't know where they started. They could start here. They could start here. Because we're up here, I kind of assumed they started somewhere around here. But we're going to see. We don't have any vision, so this is a little sketchy for us, but no clue where they are. We're going to level this city up, and we're going to get some vision here. Hopefully the explorer comes down. It goes up. Very unhelpful. And reveals a village. So we claim that second village with our archer. The opponent claims their second village with the shaman. Keep moving the Centipede even further east, and they're not going to find us there, which is interesting, but they do see the terrain, so they do know where we are. They're on this village. They're going to claim that village with the boosted warrior, and they're going to set up roads. So they actually have purchased the roads tech. They have climbing as well, and they're going to set it up so that the roads connect these. They get free population from that. That's fantastic. So we further expand. We claim that the 3rd city even, 4th city even. So we've got 4 cities now. Who's in first? We're in first by 100 now that we've claimed this, because that's 300, I believe. No, it's just 100. So we level up our capital. We get level 3 capital. We grab the rewards. We're going to level up this city as well. And we're going to go for a workshop because I can see the Cymanti have a village here. So my assumption is not that they started over here, but that they started over here and they're expanding northwards in this way. And so I kind of assumed that this city was far enough back that I could get a workshop here. It's kind of critical. I realized I've been losing a lot of games recently because I'm going for explorers far more often than I should, because in the mid-game, having those extra workshops, I've got 4 cities right now. If I have, that's 4 extra points for me. 5 extra points, 6 extra points. It's a lot of stars per turn that your economy's missing out on every time you go for an explorer. So it is kind of important to figure out where your opponent's going to be. Try and get workshops in all of your most rear situated cities, and go for the explorers in the ones that are further forward. So you get that useful vision. You don't end up with the damn freaking explorer coming back here and showing you shit you're already going to see. So, anyways, made a warrior at the end of that turn. So they're going to level up this city. They are going for the workshop. That is an interesting decision. I could only be here or here, which means they've either put a workshop in one in the middle of the city, or they're putting one right next to me. Either way, they've opted to put a workshop in this city. They've gone for the economy rather than for the vision. And as I was just saying, I kind of respect that. So they get some vision, and now they can see us. Okay, so now they can see, this is where we are. They can see the lumber huts. This is our terrain. So they know that their city's right next to our city now. So they get on this mountain. They get on this mountain. They clear vision. They have another village here. That makes a total of 4 available to them currently. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't realize there's one here yet. Okay, so we're moving off. We're getting a little bit of vision. We're going to level up our city. We chop 1 as well. Chopping is such a vital tool to be using. Chopping is so good. So we chopped there. We grabbed the upgrade. We got the border expansion. So we're going to get access to all of this, right? We're already thinking about where we're putting our lumber huts. I'm definitely putting one here because you have 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of was thinking about putting it here, but this might have been better, to be honest. If I put it here, we could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that. And then here we could have put another one and had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we could have put a trade there. We would have gotten level 8 pretty nice. Didn't opt for that. Went a different way, and that's okay. But anyways, so we get level 4 with the capital. And that is the turn. So the Centipede claims the city. Shaman's going for the ruin. They get another 2 roads in. So that's 10 stars they spent just to connect this one to here. Now that they know I'm here, they might be thinking that I started up here. Which is why the Shaman might be moving this direction. I don't think they know that I started up here yet, and I have a lot of stuff over here. But that makes sense, getting the workshop there. So we step forward. We can see more of Cymanti. We claim this village over here. We're going to level it up. We do go for the workshop again. And we're going for the workshop here. As you can see, just adding an extra, not 2, but 4 points per turn, which is really critical. Seeing the Cymanti here, I have assumed that they've started down here somewhere, which is kind of correct. But it's going to let me feel comfortable. We've got this city here that we can use as a defense. There is a city here. I don't think we're going to be able to hold it very long. There's a city here as well. So we move on to that ruin. We create a warrior. They get another super unit. So they got 2 centipedes on the field now. They're going to level up that back city. And also this northernmost city to level 3. So they get lots of resources back from this. Ooh, and they almost level it up again. So we step onto some villages. We're going to move around. We get the ruin. We get fishing from the ruin. It is 100% unhelpful. That is okay. We get level 3. With this, we grab the rewards. We put our first sawmill down, and we get our first giant. So a critical thing I've also been working on is trying to rush into the giant. The giant is the strongest unit, especially when you're playing Hoodrick, especially when you're going up against Cymanti. You get that giant into the position, and you can surround it with archers. The archers are great for taking out tail segments, and it makes the Hoodrick actually a decent kind of matchup against Cymanti. But just having the giant as a front line, having your archers in the back is so potent, really effective, as it will be displayed later on. All right, so we get the giant there. We're going to level this up. We're focusing on the economy. Keep in mind, I have seen our opponent, but I haven't seen a unit. We haven't gotten the meeting stars yet because I have immediately just been moving, spreading out, trying to get what I can before we interact. So we level up a bunch of our cities. We're getting the economy going. As you can see, we got the perfect lumber hut situation right there for the 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's important to start building the lumber huts around on the forest where you want to put your sawmills first, right? Because you're going to put your sawmill down, and having the lumber hut there means that it's twice as economically efficient because you then get the second population immediately rather than having to go and build a lumber hut next to the sawmill that you just, you know. But all right, so we're making another archer. They're going to level up their city. Bam. Okay, they're going for the population, so they are rushing a centipede here. Capture that city, connects immediately with the roads. They do not have 5 yet, so they don't get the monument. They're going to level it up. They're going to grab a workshop. They're going to move on to that ruin and level up this city as well. So they now have 3 centipedes on the field today. They almost leveled that up fully. They did not have the stars. It is back to the Hoodrick. The Hoodrick grabbed that city. They grabbed that city. So now the Hoodrick are up to, they're up to 7 cities now. Which is going to make tech fairly expensive, 18 for roads. But this is kind of what you need, honestly. The forestry, the mathematics, you focus. I have not even gone for organization yet in terms of grabbing these fruit. It's literally just been lumber huts, sawmills. That's what the Hoodrick have. I even at one point was considering going spiritualism because then you can just put the sawmill down and you can make more forests around it. So we keep expanding. We put a sawmill down up here. Trying to get this one leveled up. We get border growth, so we get access to these trees on the outside. We move the giant forward. Back to the Cymanti. So they do finally level that city up. They grab the resources. They now have 3 centipedes on the field. They're exploring to the east with this one. It seems like a bit of a waste to spend it on a ruin. You could just make a rider and bring the centipede forward. However, they come forward. They get onto the city. They move the shaman dangerously forward, which is interesting. And they put a centipede onto this city as well. So they show up. Bam. Do a bunch of economics. They're chopping a ton of trees down here so they can go for climbing. They went for mining even. They're up to 38. 38, and they're trying to go for... We're going to see. They grab mining. They level that city up. They grab the resources. They level that city up. They grab another super unit. So they now have 4 centipedes on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4 centipedes on the field. This one is 2 away from a centipede. They have 16 stars left. So they're actually not spending as many stars as they could, which is interesting. And they chopped a ton of trees, which is going to cut down on their ability to expand further later on. So they get the super unit there. Bam. End of the turn. So it's our turn now. As you can see, this is kind of crazy. So out of nowhere, Shaman shows up. Centipedes show up, sieging the foremost 2 cities right in front of me. So we do have these 3 in the back. And the centipedes just show up. We got a couple of archers around. We do have our giant here. I'm glad we rushed the giant because now we can use the giant as a front line to protect the archers. Centipedes are victim to the zone of control that the hexapods aren't. So it's going to be tough for them to get past the giant to the archers at the back. So we show up with the archers. We just start targeting the segments. The archers are so good. It takes 2 archers to take out a segment. And then you can just attack the centipede normally. We get another sawmill in here at this village. We're going to level that up. We get the border growth. Just make a ton of range. We've got catapult here because of mathematics. Made a rider here. And we made an archer here. So the archer can step up and try and help out immediately. And we do some chopping. So they take that village from me. And it immediately connects with the road. So they get the level up. They get the workshop. They get this one as well. I'm surprised that they did not go for the explorer. They still do not have vision of me. So they don't know if I'm up here or if I'm up here. They should be guessing up here now. But this would have been the perfect village to go for explorer in. So they claim both of those cities from me. They put a road here to level this up. They get another super unit. They got 5 super units on the game board now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up on the square. They get the lighthouse for another piece of population there. They just move all their units up. They're just preparing to attack, right? But they still have no vision of what they're up against. So we got a catapult here. Catapult does a bunch of damage to that centipede. It goes from 20 and boosted to 10, right? And then this archer takes out the segment. If you get 2 turns with an archer on a segment, that segment's gone. Kind of nice. Kind of insane how good the archers are against the Cymanti tribe. So archers coming in, taking out another segment, right? Catapult comes in. So they now have 2 centipedes that only have 5 HP. Seriously reduce their attack damage. Seriously reduce their ability to stay around in the fight. 2 of the 5 super units that they just made have now been reduced a huge amount. So we claim the city here. We're going to move forward with the rider. We go for roads, and we grab a couple more riders. I'm going to try and move these catapults off of these 2 cities. But we're going to connect because we do have the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I went for the roads at that point. And we're going to try and connect all of these so that we can get another monument. We can get another super unit. We can keep fighting back. We go for a bunch of riders because we're going to need a front line to help defend against the opponents. We can't use our archers, and just the one giant isn't really perfect. So level this up. We grab Explorer there. We get the lighthouse with it. It's going to come forward here. It's going to give us some critical vision. And we do get vision of a bunch of villages on the Cymanti side, which is perfect for us. So here we are. They got the 5 super units. 2 of them only have 5 HP. They level this up. They're going to go for the resources reward. Now, this is another interesting point about Cymanti. If I'm playing against Cymanti, I don't go for the wall, right? The wall upgrade on your cities, I don't do it because they have the poison ability, which just totally nullifies the wall. However, no one else has that poison ability. So as the Cymanti, I tend to like going for the walls in the cities closest to the opponent because it makes it harder for them to overcome it. They don't have the same ability to neutralize that, and walls are actually pretty good against giants. I would have gone for a wall, but they might be doing it for the resources, right? And they have another city over here they can get resources from as well. They have 30 stars of the 33 left. So let's see what they do. So they level that up. They don't level it up. They actually chop. Wait, this is very interesting. They chop this. They don't fully level this up. I'm very surprised by that. Interesting. So they hit the unit. They send the Centipede over here to claim that guy. They get the tail, the segment. They have a rider formed here. They still have no vision. This is a bad decision, in my opinion. I would make a warrior there because you just had archers. You don't know how... Archers can hit a rider, take it out in one. So Centipede takes a step forward, finds the archer, does some damage. It only had 5 HP. It cannot take out the archer on the forest defense buff. So the archer actually retaliates. It's 2-3. That's crazy. So they send a second Centipede in. The segment is right next to the giant, which is really sweet for me. And this guy's super low already. So they're expanding further. They're going to level this city up down here. Go for the population growth, which they kind of need to, right? Because they cleared all the wood. They chopped, and they chopped here. So they've left these cities kind of barren in terms of upgrades. Like, it doesn't have a lot of great mine spots. They just start creating a bunch of hexapods, just bolstering their army to do some more damage. We're back to the Hoodrick. Now, we got a ton of units here. I'm going to take out that with the warrior. We're going to move our archers forward. We're going to do some damage to the take the segment out. Take out that centipede. So that is 3 centipedes rapidly dealt with. This one is actually over here. Never mind. So that's 2 centipedes just gone, which is huge. We take out the unit on here with the catapult, and then we make some more riders. We're just starting to spam the riders now because we have the roads. And the idea is to build up a bunch of riders to just shoot forward and defend. We just keep attacking here. If we can keep units off of here and force them to only produce units here, then we have a big advantage in terms of production. So, back to the Cymanti. They're going to get the fungus boost from that again. They're going to claim that city, right? They're going to move their 5 HP centipede onto it. Not the best idea. They're going to move a bunch of units forward. So they now have 3 centipedes in play. The shaman keeps coming forward, which is very interesting. They keep moving their shaman forward. Sacrifice that hexapod. They go for strategy. They make a chiton here. You see, this is where the wall would have been huge. I would not... Archers would have done 1 damage to that thing. That would have been tough to deal with. But they just produce a bunch of hexapods and end the turn. So here we are. We finally get organization to level this up because I want to get an explorer there. I want to see what else. I'm hoping to get that lighthouse, which we do. Bang. Big tip. Get climbing when you're going to go for your explorer because your explorer is not inhibited by mountains and it can go on top of them and it can get you extra vision. So we move our archers around. We start doing damage to these guys. Heal that dude. We just step forward, move the whole line up. We managed to take out the shaman, which I think is critical. We do take out this centipede. Move our units forward. We do finally get our catapults off of here. We're going to level this up and get a super unit there, which is great. We're going to go for the growth reward, and we get a super unit here. Didn't think it was a big deal getting the pop instead because we're just going to miss out on that. Not huge. And we just move everyone forward. So we actually have 3, do we have 3 giants in play? No, we just, yes, we do. So we have 3 giants in play. We got the 1, 2, and the 3 here. This guy's on the mountain, so we get the defense bonus, which is big, I think. And yeah, we're just trying to create a bunch of giants to move forward slowly, and then we're going to follow with our archers, and we're going to use the catapults as backup, and we're going to use the riders to jump out and block for both our ranged and to, like, do preliminary damage to their units, right? So here we go. They heal the chiton. Centipede comes in, does some damage. New centipede on the city. They get mathematics, finally. They down to 9 stars now, so they're sieging this city. Centipede's got a segment here. Centipede's got a segment here. They start producing the Exitas, the ranged catapult unit for the Cymanti here. You can see there's one here. And there's one there. So they've started creating those to create a defensive line that the giants can't really pass, right? Because catapults are very good against giants. So here we connect with the roads. We get this leveled up. We get a new giant, so we now have 4 giants in play. This is a really strong position for us. We get that ruin. We get the secret of farming, which is quite helpful. We're going to move forward. We're going to do some damage to this chiton. We're going to take out as much of these centipedes as we can. And we're going to have to lose this city, unfortunately. There's nothing we can do about it. I don't have the damage to retake it. But we're producing units. We got some archers coming in. Now that we've got the rotation of riders to come in and start doing damage, we want archers to follow up. We have a ton of units here, including the giants. So we go back to the Cymanti now. They're sieging our city. They attack our unit on the ruin, but they don't kill it, and they do claim that city. It's going to connect automatically with the roads. They're going to put a mine there. They're going to get a level up on it. They go for the resources here, which is, again, you could have gone for a wall and secured. Every time you made a unit there, you could have secured it. They don't. I guess they should realize I have catapults here, but they just don't have any vision of them. So anyways, yeah, they move forward. They create a new segment. They take out another unit. They do get vision on the catapult finally. That's going to be a big deal, trying to take the Centipede out before it takes my catapult out. That's always a big problem. So they're producing a bunch of units. They got a couple of Exitas coming in. They're going to move the Centipede forward. Now, this is something I was terrified of. They could have popped that segment and moved this Centipede forward and taken out the catapult. That would have been what I think I would have looked to try and do the entire time. I was sitting there looking at this like, I'm really hoping they don't do that, because they could pop this. They would pop this, create spores here, and then they would move forward with the Centipede and take out the catapults, no problem. It would seriously weaken my position in this game. So that's why that was a huge relief for me to see that they just moved the one forward with the segment when they could have cut the segment out. Could have moved here. They could have gotten the catapult, pushed further in. Like, that might have been a game-winning move right there. Would have put so much pressure on me. I would have had to rotate everything to deal with this. Instead, this guy's not a threat, not creating any pressure. I'm not concerned whatsoever. So they move the Chitin up. They start moving this front line up, you can see, to back the Riders and the Exita, but the Exita are too far away still to produce defense for this front line, which is why it's kind of useful to have, like, all of these range units are right up behind the Giants here. So we step forward. Yeah, we take out that hexapod. Step forward, take out that hexapod. Riders are going to come in. I'm going to start doing damage to the segments, just trying to take them out so that we can take them out. And we do clear this Centipede with the catapult, which is a big relief. Archers are moving forward. Start just taking out the Chitins, just clearing units that are going to be problematic. We come over here. We clear out that hexapod. We get off of the ruin, though, because I see the Exita here, and I'm like, I think the Exita can one-shot a Rider. So we just get right back off of that. Archers coming in, catapults coming in, and we've got this beautiful setup here where the catapult is actually on the city. And that's another fantastic thing about this setup is we have these giants here, right? 1, 2, 3, creating this front line with a fourth coming. All of these ranged units are in view of this city here and this city here, which means anytime they produce a unit there, I can take it out. Now, that's another reason why the walls would have been huge on these 3 cities, because if this catapult is in view of this city, it's in view of this city, this one's in view of here, I can basically one-shot most of the units. These 3 cities are kind of useless for production for them right now, which was kind of the point. So we're going to continue. We finally start collecting all the cities. We're going to get a super unit here to create this huge wall here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, right on the front line. So they'll stop focusing on my range. So we come in, Riders, just going to get some more damage, create some more Riders. We create a catapult there as well. Just bolstering our units very slowly. We're doing what we can. Come to the Cymanti here. They create more Exitas. This is huge. That's a big hit. All of these guys are poisoned. All of the defense bonus is gone from all of the trees, from everything. So it's much easier for their units to get in and kill me now. They get a second segment on that Centipede, which you never want to see. They produce a bunch of Exitas here. They get another Chiton. This Centipede's going to come in, get a segment. They have a veteran swordsman down here that they picked up from the ruin. They go for the super unit on this city as well, so they have another Centipede coming in. And they're going for the pop growth here, and they just make an Exita. So here we go trade. Really big. You can put it next to your sawmills. It'll give you an extra 5 stars a turn, 4 stars a turn, which is just a big deal, especially if you got a couple. You get an extra 10 stars a turn out of that. Really helps you in the mid game. Start pumping out more units, buying more techs that you need. So we get the trade. We're going to capture this city, and we connect it so that we get the monument. So we had to give up on this city, but we get this one. We get that. We get the monument. So they're all connected now. So we're going to go explore because it is a foremost city. Serves 2 purposes, if they end up taking your city back, then you end up not giving them the extra star per turn, so that's fine. Catapults, we're going to just do some spread damage. We're going to deal with the segments. Archers really easily deal with the hexapods. Really easy to deal with all of these centipedes in here as well. Just spraying damage from the archers, because we finally got enough. We can defend them with our giants as well. So, heal this guy. We get level veteran with the catapult. We're going to move our Riders forward. We did some chopping. We put a market down, and look at that. How many is that? That's like a 4 extra star market right there. Just bam, straight into the economy. 4 extra stars. So, Centipede goes. They start attacking the giant that we are sieging their city with. The Exetas have moved up enough that they start just spraying us. This is what kind of stopped us from moving forward too much. Fortunately, they did not follow up. They have a ton of stars. They are not following up with units. You want to follow up that poison damage with a bunch of riders like hexapods to come in and do some damage or something. But that's okay. They move the Centipede forward. Moving everyone forward. They're going to siege that city. That's fine. We got our monument out of it. We go for this. They go for the sawmill there to get the giant push. To get a Centipede to knock this giant off that I'm sieging with. I think that's honestly a mistake, but there's nothing else they can really do. So we already have the sawmill there. We start putting in lumber huts. We get another 5 stars per turn out of that market. We get another giant. Fantastic. We're going to take this segment out with that giant. Now we can start attacking the Centipede. We position our giants appropriately because of the wave of Exeta fire. We position our giants to block for our range so that we can now start producing cavalry units to deal with the Exeta. So catapult coming in. Riders coming in, trying to take out the Centipede segment. Fantastic. So that we can then start attacking. We do manage to clear that city off. We siege in the middle again here. The city that they took from us originally. We're trying to take it back. Only 34 HP, though. These Exetas, they don't... We're going to see. I think they might be able to clear with this number, but I'm not sure. All right, Rider comes in, does some damage. We produce a bunch more Riders. We're going to level up this city here. Grab the resources. And the reason I'm going Riders is just because the Exetas, it allows us to kind of get in and do more damage. They don't have a ton of hexapods that I need to stress about. These Chitons aren't a threat to the archers. In fact, the archers counter them. So, that's the turn. Alright, so Exeta's just doing some spray damage. And that's the crazy thing. When you kill a poisoned unit of your opponents, you create spores. So now they have spores here that they can turn into a farm for this city, which is kind of crazy. So they keep just doing damage, trying to take the units out. My giants are poisoned for a while. They end up getting diplomacy, which gives them vision of our city. They don't attack only the giant with the Exetas to clear it. So they end up not clearing... this city that I'm sieging. So Archer steps forward. We take out this Exeta here. Riders are coming up, doing some damage. We use the roads to get in there. We're just gradually picking at the units that they're putting too far forward. We've got this beautiful line here that we're holding. We claim this city, right? So we get this, right? We claim that. We get the population through that road, right? You see? And then we build a road here to get our archer in to shoot the Exeta to reduce his damage. Just gradually moving our units up, picking off the units that are in availability, and grabbing free spirit. Because if you look, you got all these sweet, juicy bunches of units that are just free for a rider to come in. So we start moving towards the riders while we have the tech availability from our economy being higher than this. Right. Just produce a bunch of fucking riders. Made an archer as well for good measure. Just filling up the archer ranks. This guy's low. We're going to heal this giant. And we get healed from that, so we're no longer poisoned because the mycelium heal your units. So even though it's a Cymanti building, it still works like that for us. So we're sieging this building as well. So Exeta comes out. The cloak comes forward. Cloak comes forward. They've started making a bunch of cloaks. This is their last-ditch effort. They're like, all right, we got this. Haven't been able to get past the giant, so we're just going to try and penetrate with cloaks, which it can work. They're taking out units. You see they got these spores here they can now use to level this up. They're just spreading expeded damage, getting all the units poisoned. They make a cloak here. And this is a big mistake in my opinion. They make a cloak here. They make some more chitons, which is fine. They make the hexapod. And they go for meditation, right? So they go for philosophy. You see? To get another shaman. So anyways, we're back to the Hoodrick. We get chivalry finally, so that we can make some riders, so we can deal with these pockets of Exeta. Catapults are doing damage. Everyone's just stepping forward. They were all kung fu fighting. So this is the critical error. When you make the cloak on your city, it's only got 5 HP. So my rider just comes in, takes it, sieges, no problem. You know, the giant, we also saw here, the giant had the eye. Was there another one that had the eye? We find all of their cloaks, but there's a cloak here. The giant has the eye. We know this one. None of these guys do. These guys don't, so it can't be here or here or here. It's got to be on this square. So we try and move forward onto it. We get it. We clear it. No cloak for you. Archers are showing up. And that was another one. We step forward with the archer. And we get the eye. And we see that. And we know it's got to be either here or here. And it can't be here because this guy doesn't have the eye. So it's got to be here. Can't be here. So this is how you kind of stop the cloak, is you spread your units out along a line so that the cloaks are going to be seen by one unit, and then you can use that to figure out which square it's on and clear it. So just moving forward, we finally get that ruin. We get resources from it. We're going to move all our guys forward. We create 3 knights, and we get an archer. Heal that catapult. And yeah, end the turn. So Cymanti are just leveling stuff up. They get the fungus there. They clear that. They make a shaman. This is, again, such a bizarre decision because it's like I understand that the shaman can defend against the giant, but not if you make it right next to the giant. Then the giant will just kill your shaman. Your shaman doesn't have an opportunity to go. This should have been a chitin, which would have stopped the giant from doing anything to it without the archer stepping forward and doing enough damage to clear it. And actually, that would have just happened. This makes 0 sense to me. If anything, you make the shaman here. And you start walking them forward to create a line that the giants can't pass, right? Anyways, they make that. The Exetas keep doing spray damage to us, right? They're getting poisoned. All our units are poisoned. They make a shaman here, again, like within range of units. They make a shaman here in front of the giant. So this was a huge error turn for them, I believe. They should have made shamans here and here and here, and these should have been chitins to deal with this upcoming front line. Instead, they make a bunch of shamans. They make the Exeta in the back. And it's just a waste of money. We get our knight over here, and it just comes, and it just deals with all of those. We get the catapult. We take that chitin out. We use the knight. We're just going to come right on here with the giant. We don't even need to worry about it because the shaman was a 1 hit for the knight. So we're going to come on there with the giant. Just hit that. Move this guy forward. Knight comes in. We get another sweet knight chain. Just clearing out all their units. Come in with both of these riders and just take this guy out. We siege that city as well. So now we're sieging 4 cities because we've just moved this front line forward. We're just sieging these 4 cities at the same time. Archers are coming in. They're doing some damage to the chitons from afar. We're going to move our knight in. We're going to produce a bunch more knights. You see we got 4 more knights, a catapult, and a rider. So we're just spending our stars in a way that's going to create units that we can still use because now that the knights have chained, they don't really have a ton of stuff to kill. So the rider and the catapults are kind of just back up. And that's the turn. So they get the fungal hit. They are going to go for border growth. I don't think they get a giant push in that city, and they just give up. They're like, I can't do anything. We didn't take their capital. It's down here. But they're not coming back from this. This has been very clean in terms of the progress. And that's the game. That was the time I beat Cymanti with Hoodrick, which is crazy. Absolutely bananas. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. We'll finish that. Okay, and that is going to be it from me today. Yeah, I hope everyone watching the video is enjoying. It's really interesting to see Polytopia play out, how different tribes interact. Hadn't considered how strong the Hoodrick were against the Cymanti until this game. Just the archers make it so easy to deal with the segments, so easy to deal with the hexapods, if you can create that front line. So, I mean, the Hoodrick's so nice in terms of just beelining straight up that woodworking tree and getting into lumber huts, into sawmills, getting mathematics, getting all of the forests around to work with you to create those giants. It's a fun experience. So highly recommend it. Anyways, below me on the screen, I have 3 links. There's a red link and a pink link. Those are to my YouTube channels. The M.D.Tenebris Plays Pokemon or Polytopia YouTube channels, respectively. You can like, you can subscribe if you want to support me. If you click the bell, it will let you know when there are new videos available to like and subscribe to. The purple link is to my Twitch. It's where I am now. I'm here on Saturdays at 2 and on Wednesdays at 6:30. That's p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to come and join the chat, talk to me live, hang out, that's the place to do it. There is also in the information box a link to a Discord channel. If you want to get me offline, talk to me about any of the games I play or anything in general, you can do it there. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, which you probably are, I'd like to say thank you. Appreciate the support. I hope you're enjoying the content. And if you are, consider dropping a like, consider subscribing to the channel. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You get a really good night's sleep tonight, and I hope you wake up well-rested, hungry to take on tomorrow. That is going to be it from me today. M.D.Tenebris. I'm signing off, so take it easy. Peace out. Adios. Thanks.